Hey guys, A. Fisher here, and today we'll be taking a look at our first review, the Hot Toys 1/6 scale Wolverine. As you can see, it's a big box. Like, it's a lot bigger than you think it's going to be when it comes. But so at the box, the front, it's textured, says the Wolverine, and then it says 1/6 scale collectible figure. Hot Toys, movie masterpiece. Top and bottom of the box are the same thing, it says the Wolverine. The left side of the box says Marvel.com, the Wolverine MMS 220. And like I said, top box, same thing. This side of the box is a picture of him in a secondary outfit, the sword, going Shah! And then it says Wolverine. And now, we'll open it. It opens up like a shoebox, kind of. That's basically what it is. And on here, I have the belt off. It comes on the pants just because the belt, when you take it out, like I put the other belt in because it's easier. It's harder to do. But so it has bone claws. No, those are the metal claws, my bad. Bone claws, khakis, they're brown, and his brown boots. This thing has a picture of the Japanese flag getting Wolverined. It says Wolverine on it. Shut that in there. And now you can get a little sneak peek at the figure and all of his protective gear. And so you take him out like that. And straight out of the box. He's about 12 inches. He's really cool. He has all kinds of articulation. And yeah, so I'm going to set him down and we'll take a look at his accessories in the main box. First up, the die-cast metal sword. It's got Japanese figures on it, like not figures, but like characters. It's got the handle, which is nice textured. It has a little bit of gold in there. Gold at the end, obviously. The blue and brown, like, I'm gonna say strap. Like, I guess you could probably put it through like his his belt and hang off, but I don't know if you want to. Oh no, you put the second accessory, the sheath. Nice detailed, sculpted lines here. And it's got this thing that you put through his belt, I believe. It's textured, like a brown weathered look, and yeah, comes off like that. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna set that there. Next up, two. Well, it's called a pair, I guess, of interchangeable, open, relaxed palms, individually sculpted hairs on it. Fingers. It's kind of a rubbery, but it's not that bad. Look at the palms. Beautiful palms. Beautiful. Now I'm going to set that over here too. Next up, sword holding hands. I like these hands. I like the sword. These are good hands. Like the other one, individual hairs, palms that sculpts in them. La la la. And then extra wrist pegs in case your wrist pegs break. And I've had this for a while and I messed around with it a lot. They haven't broken, so I guess if another one breaks, it's probably because the hands are like a rubber on the inside here. So it's easy to like take in and out. And then next up, instructions. Always read your Wolverine instructions for Hot Toys before you play with it. I'll take this. Open that. The Wolverine. Tells about how to take off the head, take off the hands before you take off the jacket, take off the tie. You know, you gotta unbutton those. But the top one doesn't unbutton on his bullet train shirt, so do not try. Take off the shoes and socks, and then boom, you got that. It shows how to rotate it, and yeah. I mean, you could probably, you know, if you're like me, watch a bunch of... Here, 1 second. Stand. This is the regular Hot Toy stand. You know, this part comes out. You know, it's like the adjustable cradle, I think is what they call it. I don't know. I only have one Hot Toys. And I've only seen one Hot Toys in person. So, the Wolverine. You know, in case that wasn't clear enough, you know, you gotta have Wolverine on there, too. Boom. Now, I'm gonna move this. Actually, take this. And now it's time to look at stuff you guys wanted to see for hand accessories. Here, I'm just gonna set it on the ground. So for interchangeable, the white shirt's under it already. And there's this other shirt that's under it, this white one. I took that off completely because I really don't care for it. And then here we go. You open this up. Metal claws. Metal claws. You know, they're basically the fists reused to use metal claws. Real metal, sharp. You know, barely poking at her. I cut my finger once a while back from doing that. It was pretty nasty. Metal claws. And then the first time in a Hot Toys figure that they've ever given us the bad boys. The origin style claws. The bones. And there goes the pants. No. Here, I'm gonna pick that up because I'm retarded and I drop stuff all the time because I'm Asian. I come from the noodle store down the road. I am that stupid. You had to show the fluorite in, you still. Okay, so. Got it. Did that feel good? Exactly. Okay, so these are the bone claws. Sharp. 18 just experienced a little pokage.
Ow.
Yeah, ow, that's what you get for showing the floor. And so, you know, these are nice. They look like the holes and the texture and the paint and how they're not smooth, they're rough. And people are complaining how they're too thin. They're not like wide. And it makes sense that they're thin because if you put adamantium over it, you know, if they were wide, the adamantium would be wide and it'd look weird. So it makes sense that these are thin. And phew, all the hands are. Oh wait, he's got hands on them too. They're just the basic fists. And then next up, the belt for the second pair of pants. It's a pretty long belt actually. It's longer than the pants. And so there's the belt. The pants themselves, they're like a brown pair of khakis. Kind of feels like a doll when you're playing with this, but you know it's not because it's a Hot Toys 1/6 scale Wolverine. Now here's one of the boots. Very nice laces. The gold individual stitching. Bottom of the feet. And you see at the little tip right there, how it's like rough, it's supposed to look like it's worn. That's very cool. And yeah, so all that. And now we're going to get into the figure itself. So, I gotta set this box back up. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So, Wolverine, right? You came here to watch an awesome Wolverine figure being reviewed. And this is him right here. Now, he stands about, I want to say I measured him, he was like 13 inches, just under 13 inches. So he's taller than the average, which makes sense. Hugh Jackman's a tall guy. And I'm just going to get this kind of, here, one sec. I'm going to stand him up. You can look at him for a little bit. I'm going to get stuff packed up. If he wants to stand, if I just stand. Okay, so. I don't want to be like Shartimus Prime and have him fall on his nose and lose some paint. That would be horrible. I feel bad for my man Shartimus Prime. Shartimus Prime. Read comics. What the hell is it? Got a weapon in. Take a bad hit. Take a bad hit. Starter me. Subscribe to G11 man. I like Shartimus. He's a good dude. He's funny. He's what got me into the Hot Toys. I remember that first Captain America action figure he got from Showdown. It's pretty sweet, if I do say so myself. Yeah, so this is, now it's packed up. All the accessories are laid out right here. All the hands, he's got a lot. And his fists, you know, they're just basic, you know, what he comes with. And then so, we're going to start off with articulation. So for articulation, he has ball, I want to say it's a ball joint, spins all the way around. Hindered by the clothes and it like bends. So maybe not a ball joint exactly, something like it. Shoulders have that armpit joint where they can rock like that. And then it's got the ball joint. That goes up about that far with the clothes, like when you do that. But you have to, you gotta play with it to get the arms all the way up in this. I don't even think you can actually, but in the other ones. And then he has a ball joint at the wrist, as you can expect from Hot Toys, as he sell those extra hands or wrist pegs. And then he has a waist joint. It's hindered by the clothes a little bit. Still works. A very cool action figure, if I do say so myself. He moves about that far and clothes up, and he can kick about that far, which is really good for the, especially because these are supposed to be dress pants. They don't move that much in the other pants, actually. It's kind of funny. But, oh wait, no, those aren't all accessories. Oops, forgot the clothes. But anyway, that's the accessories you care about, I think. Hands and sword and stuff. And then, you know, he has a double jointed knee. Upper thigh swivel. Swivel. He has a ball jointed foot with ankle pivot. And yeah, his shoes come off, and he has a sock. Socks for the ladies. And then it just plugs right back in. You know, the pivot. Oh my gosh. Sometimes you gotta move the sock up. Like up, and then put the shoe in. For it to really stay in. But yeah, ankle pivot, you know, moves, all that fun stuff. And then head, double ball joint. I had to modify mine a little bit because I was playing with it one night, and the inside of the neck, it was weird, and I had to do some glue, so it doesn't move as much, but it's still, even like this, it looks down pretty well. It looks up, you know, about straight, a little bit higher. He has that upper ab crunch, you know, hunched over like Igor, or you can have him look up proud like Cat America. But he's neither, so he's going to be looking straight at you like a bub. And then, yeah, so now you gotta look at the face. That beautiful face sculpt. The eyes are looking off to the left a little bit. Your right, my left. Technically left. And then, you know, he's got that individual sculpted mustache, mutton chops. A little bit of a mustache there. And he's got the eyebrows and the brown dots in the ear. And the hair looks really well. And yeah, man. And then the tie. And then the individual buttons. And I'm showing you how to take off some of the clothes. Bear with me here. Take off the hands. Whatever hands you have on, just take them off anyway. You're gonna move, for these clothes, you're gonna move the arms back. And for like the jacket, poof, 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 poof. Just pull lightly, don't pull too hard. Then the secondary. This is like the actual suit. This looks cool too, but I like the jacket more. It's got the little button things right there, and it's actually made of a really silky material. Then this shirt, what you're going to do is you're going to unbutton there, button there, and button there. This doesn't unbutton, you're going to take the tie off, so you're going to take the head off too. Then you're going to move the arms up, and you're going to pull for this shirt, and there's going to be a white shirt under there. So yeah, I mean, you know, for an action figure, like Wolverine, I mean, like, I only had 2 Wolverine action figures. Or actually 3, but I don't really consider it, like, well, yeah, I guess you can say he's Wolverine. He's like the comic one, but the other one I have is the Marvel Select Wolverine. And that's a cool action figure. It's got the interchangeable hands. And I realized with the recent action figures, like with the Spider-Man, Marvel Select, I mean Spider-Man 2, that Diamond Select's going in the Hot Toys direction with a different head, and a bunch of different hands, and stuff like that. So trying to be like a Hot Toys, but not nearly as good, you know, because, you know, when you have $20 for an action figure, you know it's not going to be as good as a $200 action figure. But, oh, I probably should get a pose with the claw so you know what that looks like, because that's the way most of the time I pose them with these, or the sword. Sometimes it's even just fun to play them with the normal fist, like he's punching someone, like he doesn't want to kill him. Just punching. Yeah, so there's the metal claws. Look pretty good. Gotta get him looking over there. Maybe go like this, go like that. Pose. Action pose number 1. Brandon Fisher doing the Wolverine strike.